Hello, my dear students. In this session, we'll talk about the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of the primary sex organ and the accessory sex organs. Let us first talk about the primary sex organ. The primary sex organ consists of a pair of testes whose function is to produce the male gametes, that is the sperms, as well as to produce the male sex hormone, that is the testosterone. So now let us move on to the accessory sex organs. Now before moving on to accessory sex organs, let us know what are accessory sex organs. So these are the organs which help or which support the primary sex organs, that is testes, during the process of reproduction. That is why they are called as accessory or secondary sex organs. Even we call them as helping sex organs because they help the testes during the process of reproduction, and they are epididymis, seminal vesicles, prostate glands, Cowper's gland, vas deferens, urinogenital duct. Why this is called urinogenital duct? Because this is in males, this is the common duct which helps in the passage of urine as well as the sperms. And the last one is the extragenital organ which is called as penis. Penis is the organ which helps during copulation, and it helps in transfer of sperms into the female body. So penis is the copulatory organ which helps during the process of copulation or insemination and transfer the sperms into the female body. So these are the different accessory organs. We'll talk about in details when we will study about the accessory organs in detail in the next session. So what are the accessory sex organs? We talked about epididymis, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, vas deferens, urinogenital duct, and penis. These are all accessory organs. We'll talk about in details when in the next session. Now let us talk about the primary sex organs in detail, that is testes. We'll study about testes in detail. So what are testes? Testes are two in number. That means they are paired. They are small oval structure and their size is 4 to 5 centimeter. They are located extra abdominal, means they are not present inside the abdominal cavity. They are present outside the abdominal cavity in a bag or in a pouch like structure called as scrotum or the scrotal bag. Now this is very important question. Why in human testes are not located inside the abdominal cavity? Why there is a special pouch or a scrotum in which testes are present? This is because this helps in spermatogenesis. In humans, spermatogenesis takes place at a temperature which is 2 degrees lower than the body temperature. That is why testes are present in a pouch, in a bag-like structure called scrotum, whose temperature is 2 degrees lower than the body temperature and which supports spermatogenesis. Is it clear? So this is a very important question which is asked in the examination also. Why testes are not present in the abdominal cavity? The reason is because spermatogenesis requires a temperature 2 degrees lower than the body temperature, and scrotal sac provide that temperature. Is it clear? So now we'll see the diagram of the scrotal sac and the testis present inside it, and then we'll discuss in detail about each part. So we are able to see, you are able to see two pouches. In two pouches, each pouch is the scrotal sac, and each pouch is separated by a thin fold like structure or thin wall which is called as scrotal septum. With red pen I have written scrotal septum and I have made thick. Each pouch is separated by a thin fold which is called as scrotal septum, and I have made it thick with the black pen. Now each pouch has a cavity which is called as vaginal coelom. At the bottom with red pen I have written vaginal coelom. So this is a cavity. Inside the cavity there is a tissue, and this tissue is called as hydrocele. See, I have written here hydrocele, and in the diagram I have made the hydrocele with a black dot like structure, and this is nothing. This is a tissue which is filled inside the cavity. The name of the cavity is vaginal coelom. Inside the vaginal coelom a tissue is there which is called as hydrocele, and inside this vaginal coelom the testes, the oval testes are present. You are see, I have drawn it with red pen oval structure. In both the scrotal sac the two testes are present. Now this testis is by a fibrous band. At the bottom there is a black band like structure, and that band is called as gubernaculum. With the help of gubernaculum, the testes are fixed inside the scrotal sac. There is another band like structure, thick band like structure at the top. You are able to see at the top where I have written spermatic cord. This band also helps the testes to get fixed inside the scrotal sac. Now we know that the scrotal sac is extra abdominal, means it is present. The testis is extra abdominal, means testis is not present inside the abdominal cavity. It is present inside a bag like structure which is called the scrotum. Now the scrotal bag and the abdominal cavity there must be a connection which will connect both of them. There must be a connection, there must be a canal or something which will connect the scrotal sac with the abdominal cavity, and that connection is called as inguinal canal. At the top, see, there is a black band like structure. This band like structure will connect the scrotal bag to the abdominal cavity, and this connection is called as inguinal canal. Now move on to the structure of the testis. You are able to see a red oval like structure testis. Now this oval like structure, outside I have made two layers. One is blue in color and the other one is pink in color. The blue layer is called as tunica albuginea, and outside tunica albuginea there is another layer called as tunica vaginalis. You are able to see here I have written tunica albuginea and tunica vaginalis. Now let us talk about each part in detail in the next slide. Now the important points. So these are the important points which we have discussed along with the figure. Now we'll talk about each one by one. Now one testis is lower than the other. Yes. Now both the testicles are not at the same level. There is a level difference. One testis is lower and the other one is slightly above. Why? Because to prevent squeezing if some external pressure is applied. If some external pressure is applied, so to prevent the testis from squeezing with each other, so one testis is slightly above and the other one is slightly lower. Now we talked about inguinal canal. What is inguinal canal? It is a connection between the scrotal sac and the abdominal cavity. You have seen in the diagram. Now the cavity in the scrotum is called the vaginal coelom, I have discussed, and it is filled with a tissue called as hydrocele. Now the testes are present in the vaginal coelom. We talked about it. Where are testes present? Testes are present in the vaginal coelom. The testes are formed in the abdomen. Yes, this is very important point. Now testes, when the testis is formed, the first it is formed in the abdominal cavity. Later on during the embryonic development, when the embryo is developing, the testis will descend into the scrotal sac. When the testis is formed, it is formed in the abdominal cavity and the scrotal sac is empty. Afterwards, later on, when the embryo will develop, the male fetus will develop, then what will happen? The testis will will descend into the scrotal sac. This is a very important point. The testis is not formed in the scrotal sac, it is formed in the abdominal cavity. But after, when the embryo, the male fetus is growing, then what will happen? The testis will will descend into the scrotal sac. Is it clear? The testes are fixed by a fibrous band. Where fixed? Fixed into the scrotal sac by a fibrous band which is called as gubernaculum. I have shown you in the diagram. Now there is another band called as spermatic cord. It is a thick band in which arteries come, veins leave and vas deferens also leave. This both, the gubernaculum and the spermatic cord, keeps this testis in its place. And we also talk about that each testis has two layers. The inner layer is called as tunica albuginea and the outer layer is called as tunica vaginalis. Now, the temperature of the scrotum is maintained 2 degrees lower than the body temperature. How this temperature is maintained? By a special muscle called as Detos muscle. So, this is all about this is all what we have discussed in this session. We'll talk about in detail in testis in the next session. Thank you, my dear students. Have a wonderful day ahead.